Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New York Giants taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Clay. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes. Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
From the 31, Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run on first down. Covington. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Mahomes now to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Covington. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he gets free left side. Touchdown! A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will take this one home. home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick six last time out. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now Bailey off the play fake. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Point after, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Bailey completes it to Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bailey now on 1st down. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got it. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a... And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. New York ready to go again offensively. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to throw is Bailey. Throwing on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bailey. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says,
let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Bailey to throw on 2nd down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Hill on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Covington. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run on first down. Covington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And quickly they get to the line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Giants with 1 final possession here in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Here's Bailey on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Bailey. He finds Corey Davis. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Looking to throw. Bailey. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. And that is caught. It's Davis. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now Bailey on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Bailey. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Bailey.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The New York set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Bailey. They will find Davis. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Looking to throw. Bailey. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
And this returnable for Hill.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st down, Covington. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
117 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Covington. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Bailey now looking to throw on 2nd down.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Bailey. Had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Watch out for Hill on the return.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Manning. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw is Bailey. Throwing on 1st down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
Now, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Bradley Chubb, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Bailey to throw on 2nd down. To Barkley on the check down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Here's Bailey on 3rd down. Going for it all. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well,
the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground. Covington, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes. You can read his hands. And you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes, knock it away.
47 yards on the punt that time. Just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Let's go. Mike 22. Mike 22.
Operating from the gun, Bailey. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Yo.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Tony. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they